All right. How is everyone doing today? I hope your day has been going well. It is a new streaming week, and we have a fun and exciting lineup set up for this week. So I hope you're looking forward to this week's games. The only difference from what we've been doing is Saturday, there won't be a stream because that is my 15-year anniversary. So I will not be streaming on that day, but don't worry, I will have videos up on YouTube, Rumble, and some shorts up on YouTube, Rumble, and TikTok, so you can watch them when they come out. Um, so it's not like there will be nothing, just no stream that day. But today we are going to be streaming some more Nancy Drew. And then afterwards, we are. What are we doing? I already forgot. We are playing Ace Attorney. I was like, are we playing Ace Attorney? And then I thought for a second, maybe I had my days mixed up. But no, we are going to be playing Ace Attorney after this. So, um, let's see. It looks like everything appears to be good. Hopefully the sound is good and everything. We shall see. I can never tell until after the fact. I don't know how people are able to monitor. I mean, maybe they do monitor it, or maybe they record it on better equipment. I don't know. But I've been trying to fix all of the sound issues that I've been having, and hopefully I've gotten it nailed down because it looks like everything is good on my side. So we'll see. But anyways, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and head in here so that we can do our intro. I think right here will be good, right? All right. So let's go ahead and say hi to our friends at YouTube and Rumble. So here we go. Greetings, friends, and welcome to Enigma Night Gaming. My name is Liara, and I will be your guide in today's adventure. Today we are once again playing Nancy Drew, Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake. And today we have to go bird watching. We owe Red Knott a favor, and it's time to cash in the favor. We've got to go hunt down some birds and take some pictures of them. So, without further ado, let's go bird hunting. Okay, so I think my theory is that we might be able to do some of the birds, because I don't know which ones are which, right? So we know there's a blue bird here and there's a red bird here. It's possible that those birds could be the ones that I'm looking for, right? Now, I don't know if we have to get them during the day or the night. We know for a fact that they are out during the day. So we'll just have to see if we're able to do it at night. So let's just keep an eye on the map. So what we'll do is we'll follow around basically all the way to the left, and we'll see the red bird, right? All right. If we're going in the right path, we'll see. I think this is okay. Let's pay attention. All right, so I think we should be, in theory, getting... Wait, did we dead end? Let's see. Okay, if we dead ended and then we turn around and go to the left, we should see the red bird, right? Okay, so it may be a day only thing, right? So let's just... Now that sounds familiar. Hold on, let's listen. The tape player. Let's listen to what we need.
American goldfinch.
Not that one.
American robin.
Not that one.
Blue jay.
It's not that one.
Northern cardinal.
Not that.
Red-tailed hawk.
Okay, maybe it was just some random...
Western tanager.
Yeah, because it's none of those. So it may be that we need to come back during the day, right? So let's just go back around. Okay, so on the map, we have a choice. We can go straight or right. We want to go right. Oh, but we have a choice to go straight or left. Where is that on the map? Oh, right here. Okay, so straight or left. We'll just go straight. All right, and then we'll continue around. And then I think we'll just... That's a cricket. All right, let's head forward. All right, let's just sleep. Oops. Go in. Okay. Let us turn around. I think we'll just sleep until daytime and try heading out again looking for the birds. All right, sleep until the AM. All right. So let's try this once more with gusto. All right, so we head out. All right, so now we're at the path, and we basically just head all the way around. We still got crickets out. That sounds like a crow. Cardinal song. Okay, so isn't there a cardinal that we want?
American goldfinch.
Okay, so not the goldfinch. Let's continue
American
on.
robin.
No, not a robin.
Blue jay.
Blue jay. That may be the bluebird, I wonder.
Northern cardinal.
That's the one we want, right? Okay, so where is it? It should be around here somewhere. Let's see, can we take a picture somewhere? I don't see it. Is it going to be here somewhere? Maybe we lost it? Because I'm not seeing it now. I'm not entirely sure how this is supposed to work. Okay, we're at the dead tree. Let's check that out. Dead tree, log. So if we turn left, we should see the blue jay. Let's have our camera ready. Or actually, let's see. We're coming at it from this direction. So we got straight. Which direction? We have right and straight. So we must be coming at it from this direction, right? So if we go right, that should take us to the bluebird, right? Can we take the picture? Where do we do that? We gotta find... Oh, wait, I'm not even using the right item. Where... This is the camera, right? Yeah, it is. I'm confused on how we take the picture. Do we have to actually spot the blue jay somewhere? Oh, wait. I see a magnifying glass. Where? I swear I saw a It's right around here. If I can get it to change to it. There's a blue jay, like, right around there, I think. Come on. Okay. Is that gonna work? I'm so confused. How is this supposed to work? Okay, maybe we can't have something in our hands. Maybe that's the problem. Confused. How are you supposed to work? There's no more Blue Jay song here. But how do I take a picture? Oh, there is. Okay. So snap the picture. There we go. Okay. We got the Blue Jay. Man. Alright, now, let's see. If we can find... Who is that? Oh, that's him. That's just him making bird sounds, right? Yeah, I don't know what that is supposed to be. Alright, let's see. I think that was the log, right? So we should be able to find a cardinal soon. Alright. What's this? Okay, so now we're back at our place. So this is the right or left. So we want to go all the way to the left and just stick to the left. Any chance we have to go left? We want to go left, right? This is going to be straight. And left. Then, okay. Cardinal song. Where is the cardinal? Is it opposite? It's over here. There it is.
Darn, it flew away.
Oh man. It's an elusive little cardinal. Alright. So I guess we'll try, I think we dead-ended, so we just go forward. Maybe we try going back. How many times do we have to try chasing this cardinal down, I wonder? We're just going back and forth, hoping that we run into it again. Alright, so now we're at the dead tree. Let's go back. See if we can catch it. Any luck? Maybe we have to go further away. Alright, let's go back to the dead tree. Are there any other birds on our map? Shoe, stone pillar. So we may, after we get the red bird picture, we may have to go back to the ranger hut and find out where the other birds are, right? So we'll give it a try. Okay, so we want to go right. So we want to go to the right. And see, hopefully we can get the cardinal again. Or no. Okay, so he's just gonna not show up. Okay, well let's just head out then. We'll come back again, I suppose. I mean, I don't know what else to do except for wander around kind of semi-blindly and hope for the best. I mean, we could do that. See what we end up with. There's the shoe. See if we come across anything else interesting. Turn around. I hear all kinds of interesting sounds, but not necessarily interesting sounds that we need to concern ourselves with. Alright. We're at the log. Alright. So, at the log, we want to... What is that I want to see what's over here. The stump. Is there anything about this? Like, we've come to that before. I think it's just a landmark. So we gotta go to the right when we're able to, right? And go around. Alright. We have another choice. Alright, so now we could go straighter to the left. Let's go ahead and go left and head back to our house, right? Alright, now we could go left or straight. We want to go left. Alright. And then let's go ahead and head to the ranger station, right? Alright. To the ranger station we go. And hopefully we'll be able to research some information about where we can find these other birds that we need. Because I only know the 2 that are marked on the map. So, but I also know there was information on the computer, right? Let's go check it out. Alright. Nature slideshow. Maybe? Peregrine falcon. That was one of them we needed, right?
Northern cardinal.
We got the northern cardinal. We know we need to get that. That's the red bird, right?
Red-tailed hawk.
Red-tailed hawk. Okay.
Western tanager.
Red-tailed hawk. Western tanager. Okay, we need to rewind it all the way to the beginning. And then see what we got
American
left.
goldfinch.
American goldfinch.
American robin.
Alright, so that's 5 birds that we
Blue
still
jay.
need to get. I got the blue jay. The other ones, I don't know where to find them,
Northern
so
cardinal.
we're going to have to figure it out. Alright, so can we find out any information about this? Wood ducks. Alright, so this isn't giving us any useful information. What about... Is there anything under here? Yeah, nothing there. Park regulations. Fishing, swimming, no. History of Moon Lake. Alright, so nothing useful here. Let's look around at some of... I know I saw stuff about the different animals, but where? Was it over here? Alright, that's about the diseases, right? Are these all about the different diseases? I think so. Lyme disease, forest fire prevention. Alright, and then that's not wildlife information there. Because this one was about hantavirus. So that doesn't tell us anything useful. Let's see where else we can. Oh, maybe over here. Common shorebirds. Great blue heron and mallard. What kind of birds we got here? Nothing that we need there. South area, this park is closed. Yellow-bellied flycatcher. Fishing. Boating regulations. Hiking. Yeah, it's not showing anything. I wonder if we can go hiking around here and... What do we got here? Any of the birds we need. Gray squirrel. Red-tailed hawk. Okay. Well, it looks like that, but can't really find anything else of interest about it. That's unfortunate. We at least know what it looks like. Hmm. Well, and we still can't get into that box. Where did you appear from? Alright, well, let's head out. Maybe we can go exploring, like, around here. Is there anywhere we can go here? No, we can only go in here, it would seem. I noticed you have a dog.
I noticed you have a dog.
That's Yogi, who never goes out unless he's on a leash. Park rules.
I can't help but notice he's the same size as those ghost dogs were. That seems mighty accusatory there. Do you have any other dogs?
Do you have any other dogs?
I hope you're not suggesting I trained Yogi to run around in the middle of the night barking and attacking houses.
Hey, it was an innocent question. Alright, have you gotten the results back from that water sample?
Have you gotten the results back from that water sample I left with you?
I meant to call the Department of Health today for a status report, but frankly, I've been way too busy.
Okay. Let's see. What else do we got? How long have you been the Lone Ranger?
How long have you been the Lone Ranger here, as it were?
6 long, very frustrating years. If I were in charge of just 10 more acres of parkland, they'd give me an assistant, and I could devote more time to the acquisition of more land and eventually put Moon Lake on the map as one of the biggest, most popular parks in the state.
Why didn't the Parks Department buy the Malone property instead of Sally? Maybe these ghost dogs are a blessing in disguise? Let's see.
Why didn't the Parks Department buy the Malone property instead of Sally?
She outbid them, the cheapskates.
Well, if those dogs scare Sally away for good, other people are bound to think twice about buying the place. The bank will lower its price, and you'll have your land.
You're insinuating things again, Miss Drew.
I'm sorry, I really am. It's just that Sally's my friend and I'd really like to find out why someone is doing this to her, or I didn't mean to insult you. Actually, let's do that.
I didn't mean to insult you. In fact, is there anything I can do to help you out?
Tell you what, if you're serious about making amends, there's some boxes
All
there
right.
labeled with dates.
Nice.
They're from the estate of a local history buff. She kept everything from newspaper clippings to old photos to recipes for apple crisp. She put
I'm sure
everything in
that'll be useful.
envelopes, then numbered them by year using Roman numerals.
Okay.
Just put the envelopes in order by year with the earliest date in front. Oh, and if you're rusty on Roman numerals, there's an entry on them in the computer.
Okay. I hope I don't get distracted. Apple crisp sounds good right now.
Okay if I read what's in the envelopes?
Don't go reading anything until you're through, or take my word for it, you'll never get finished.
All right.
Thanks for all your help.
That's why I'm here.
Well, we now have permission to get into said box, so that's nice. Let's get to it.
Let's see. Jeff said the envelope with the earliest date goes down in the front of each box.
Okay. So let's see. Let's quickly write them down so that we can figure this out. So we know that M is 1,000 and then CM is going to be 900. So this one is probably going to go very front. And then what would be next? This is 1915. Wait, but that shouldn't even be here. That should be over in this column somewhere. 13. Let's see, that's 19. Yeah, these are way out of order. Okay, so we want to find. Let's see if what all we can find. So this one is way out of date. That one is way out. This one's like 1925. That one goes over in this column. What all do we got? 1951. Okay, that one's in the right column. This is 39. This one should go over here. This one is 1960, so that one's fine here. What else do we got? This one we said was 1915, so it needs to come over here, but I know that one is, wait, this one, actually this one goes over here. This one's 1904. This is 1913. This one is 1917. So technically might go something like that. This one is what? 1910. That should go over here somewhere. This one is 19, let's see, 1919. That one's probably good there. What other dates do we got? 1914. We'll try that. Although this one actually should, wait, yeah, this one is okay. All right, so this one is 1908. This one goes in the first column. We got a lot of organizing to do. Let's see, what else do we got? So 1900, 1904. This one will go in front because 1908, 1910, 19. This one doesn't go here. This one's 1925. This one goes over here somewhere. 1911. So this column I think is done. So now we can move on to 1913. 1913. This one's 15, 7. Okay, this one's 14. It goes first. 13, 14, 15, 17, 19. Okay, so that one's done. 20 is going to go in front. Oh wait, that one's not 20. That's 70. That goes over here in this column. Let's see. 1909. This one's like really recent. What is that? 1998 or 97, 1997. All right. So 1939, 32, 25. This one is in the wrong column because this one is 70. So let's see. This would be 45. So this one goes in this column, but towards the back maybe. All right. So we got 25, 32, 39, 41, 45. So those should be good. Now we just got to organize this column. So we've got 1970, 1951. Okay, so that goes in front. And then this one is 1969, 1960.
Now that they're all sorted,
There we go.
I can do some reading.
All right. So is there any ones we can click on, I wonder? Oh, we can. Okay. The Belafonte Star. War takes. Okay, so is this like a Philadelphia mobster dies in Leavenworth? February 13th, 1941, Michael Mickey Malone died yesterday of liver failure in the federal penitentiary at Leavenworth, Kansas at the age of 52. Born in Newark, New Jersey in 1889, Malone owned and operated Philadelphia Duds and Suds, a chain of laundromats and dry cleaners that allowed him to disguise and disperse the money he made as a racketeer. Compared to other gangsters, Malone kept a relatively low profile. His desire for privacy was enforced by 4 large dogs who never left his side. Although he was rumored to be involved in everything from rum running to gold heists, he never spent a single night in jail until he was arrested in 1932 for tax evasion. He was convicted the following year and was sentenced to 8 years in federal prison. He died just 2 months before he was scheduled to be released. Alright. What was this? I'm not sure what you do with that other than just click away. Alright. So let's see, is there anything else, any other folders we can look at? I think we can look at several of them. 3 of them. 4 of them. Alright. So let's start seeing what we got. The Lewiston Gazette. Is a gangster about to become Moon Lake's newest resident? Rumors are flying thick and fast that Mickey Malone, a self-proclaimed captain of industry with far more ties to gamblers and smugglers than to legitimate businessmen, is building a house on the north shore of Moon Lake. The rumors started last June when 10-acre property on which the house is being built was purchased by Philadelphia Duds & Suds, a company owned by Malone, which is widely believed to be merely a front for his criminal undertakings. Secrecy has shrouded the project ever since construction began in October of last year. 4 men and a locked gate block the driveway leading to the site. Unauthorized persons and vehicles are summarily turned away. Day and night, security guards patrol the heavily wooded lakefront property. Several large trucks, strategically parked, obscure any and all view of the site from the water. Even the workmen have been sworn to silence. When asked if Mickey Malone was indeed building a home on Moon Lake, Waldo Matthias, this agent spearheading the Department of Justice investigation of Malone's activities, had only this to say: "If he is, I suggest he live it up while he can, because the place we're going to be sending him to ain't no beach, and he's going to be there for a real long time." Mr. Malone could not be reached for comment. Okay. Now let's check this one out. Gangster nabbed at Moon Lake residence. Mickey Malone arrested right at his luxurious Moon Lake property. Mickey Malone, a Philadelphia businessman long considered by police to be a bootlegger and a racketeer, finally felt the sting of the sword of justice when he was arrested this morning at his house on Moon Lake. Careful to keep Malone's attack dogs at bay, agents from the Internal Revenue Service and the Department of something. He's in pajamas being led away. Let's see. Maybe there was... Oh, maybe we can click... Can we click elsewhere on the articles? And the Department of Justice raided the lakefront home at dawn, catching Malone and his henchmen completely by surprise. Within seconds, Malone was handcuffed. Wearing only an overcoat over his pajamas, he was swept out the door and into a waiting car. He was driven directly to Philadelphia, where he was jailed on charges of tax evasion and conspiracy to violate prohibition laws. The police have been wise to Malone's criminal activities for years, but 3 previous attempts to incarcerate him failed miserably when Malone's shadowy associates, through bribes and threats, forced prosecution witnesses to recant their stories. This time, federal agents intend to rely on ledgers and tax returns to prove their case. Since 1927, when it was determined that even income gained through illegal means is taxable, authorities have been eager to use this ruling to make thugs like Malone pay for their crimes. Mickey Malone's been making us look like fools for a long time, declared Bureau of Investigation agent Waldo Matthias. But today, the good guys finally got the last laugh. Malone loudly and repeatedly proclaimed that he'd done nothing wrong as he was led to jail. However, his protestations of innocence ended abruptly when, apparently not wishing to be photographed in his pajamas, Malone took a swing at the press photographer. He was quickly subdued. Okay, and there's Agent Waldo Matthias. Alright, so I think the next folder is the one we already read. Yeah, that's the one we already read. Alright, so the next one should be this one, the most recent one. Dragon ban is a drag, okay? Or dragging ban is a drag. There's gold in their sandbars. At least that's been the expression of Emily Griffin, owner of M's Emporium on Moon Lake in central Pennsylvania. For the past 10 years, she has been dragging a heavy net back and forth along the bottom of the lake, uncovering and bringing to the surface relics from the 1920s. I've dredged up everything from diamond tiaras to skeleton keys to full bottles of French cognac. I think that's how that's pronounced, said Griffin. It just blows my mind what those people would drop back then and never bother going back for. Let's see, this is one of her finds, an Art Deco bracelet. She was referring to the wealthy guest of gangster Mickey Malone, who built a home on the lake in 1925 and threw large raucous parties almost every weekend. Because his guests would travel to and from the house by boat, personal items were lost overboard with great frequency. Miss Griffin estimates that she has made close to $20,000 selling her finds to antique hunters and tourists. But last week, her windfall came to an end. The county in which Moon Lake is located passed an ordinance making the recovery of objects from the lake bed illegal. The ban arose from the fact that the bottom of Moon Lake is composed of unusually fine sand. When disturbed, it clouds the water, sometimes for days, posing a threat to aquatic plants and fish that otherwise thrive there. Park Ranger Jeff Akers, who oversees the state park surrounding the lake, initiated the ban. The eco-balance of Moon Lake is simply too delicate to ignore, he contends. But Miss Griffin begs to differ. The whole thing's just plumb ridiculous, she says. You know what all that stuff down there is doing right now? It's rotting away, polluting the water. Heck, by getting it out there, I'm doing the county a favor. Unfortunately, the county doesn't see it that way, and it appears that Miss Griffin will have to abandon what has become a pleasantly profitable hobby. Oh, I don't know, she shrugs. I can still sell the stuff that washes up on shore. And that happens, you know, especially after a good storm. So I may be down, she says, eyes twinkling, but I ain't necessarily out. What is this? Money won't get flushed down this toilet? Watch the Septics Roadshow? Monday nights on the plumbing broadcast service? Who would watch that? Alright, so that's all the files. Let's see if we have anything else, if he'll talk to us now that we've done all that. I finished putting them all in order.
I finished putting all those envelopes in order.
Excellent. Thank you, Miss Drew. And to show my gratitude, I've got something for you.
Chances are it isn't a paycheck. All right, here, we're going to say this.
It doesn't involve Roman numerals, does it?
No, it's an honorary Junior Park Ranger pin.
Nice.
I keep them on hand so I can give them out to children whom I see demonstrating respect for park rules and regulations. A little bit of positive reinforcement.
Okay, sure.
Unfortunately, I don't get to give them out that often.
Oh, gee, thanks, Ranger Akers. Thanks for all your help.
Always a pleasure.
All right, so we've got a pen. Don't know what to do with that, but we've got a pen. Let's say hi to the puppy again. He's a happy boy. Alright, that's about the tree. So we didn't really get any information about where we might find wildlife, right? Moon Lake, Pennsylvania Logging Company, 1892. Moonlight School Teachers and Students, 1905. Moonlight, Pennsylvania Logging Company in the winter of, what does that say, 1988, maybe? What is this? Albentus Lundigus, founder, Moonlight, Pennsylvania Logging Company, okay. The town of Liberty, what does this say? Near Moon Lake, 1922, okay. Who is this? Park Ranger Francis Bacon Grits and his wife Zelda Strawberry, Moon Lake, 1952. Moon Lake North Area Development, 1913. Brothers Flavi, Danny, and Ronnie proudly showing their prize-winning catches at this year's Moon Lake State Park Summer Fishing Contest. Okay. I don't think we saw those before. Alright, well, I don't know that there's anything else we can do here right now. I guess let's head back to the boat. I wonder if there's anywhere else we can go on here. maybe, we could go talk. Let's go back to Im's Emporium and see if we can talk to her, get any new information for her. Because sometimes when you're investigating, you know, you gotta revisit people you've already talked to get new information. So, plus I didn't see if there was anywhere else I could go in here. Like, can I look in the water? If I turn around, okay, if I turn around, it's just the boat. I can go forward. All right.
Nice
Well.
Junior Park Ranger pen. You must really be on Acres good side.
Any word from Tucker? What's his name? Oh, okay.
Any word from Tucker, what's his name? He hasn't been by to move that tree.
Yeah, he
yet.
was supposed to
I'll
cut
give
the
him another
tree.
call. But like I said, the man marches to the beat of another drummer. A very slow drummer.
All right.
That's all. See you later.
Keep on trucking.
All right. I wonder, can we like, can we show her? No, we can't show her this, right? We just take it and show it to her. Does she have any information about birds? Anything that might be helpful? We may just have to go out and listen, right? I think that may be what we have to do. But we can always go check and see if the cardinal is back, right? Well, we'll might as well give it a shot. We may have to go out at night also, and they won't be out on the map, but we might be able to hear the birds, right? So we'll have to give that a try as well. Alright, over here. Oop, too far. Where is it? I thought it was over. I always get a little bit lost this way. Nope, it's not going to be in the shed. Let's just go back to the house real quick. And then turn around. Go out this way, right? Well, that's exactly the way I was going before, though. Alright, it's got to be this one, right? No, that's the, okay, that's the shed one. We don't want to go on that path, right? We want to go up this way. Okay, now I understand. Now I understand. So we'll just follow this one along. Alright, now, looking at our map, we're going to go basically left every choice. Alright, so we just, that sounds like a crow. Alright, so here we could go right, but we're gonna go left. And I want to have this out. There he is.
Come back.
Oh, goodness. That bird is a pain. He does not want me to take a picture of him. Alright, well, I guess what we'll do, let's see, from the tree, fallen tree, I want to go straight. I guess what we'll do is we'll go wait till nightfall, right? Straight or right? We want to go right. We'll wait until night and then we'll go out again and see if we can find any of the birds, right? Because I feel like there are birds around, but maybe we'll have better luck finding some at night. If nothing else, at night, we can also ask Red Knott about them, right? Maybe he'll have some advice for us and we can say, hey, we got one picture. Aren't you so proud of us? All right, let's give it another try out at night. Straight up the path. We'll listen. I hear lots of sounds. Going right. Okay. Let's go around this way first. See what we can find. Alright, we're at the log. Left would be the stone pillar. We'll check that out real fast. Nothing here. Okay. The music we're detecting now. Okay, so now we're here. So we want to go back around and go straight this time. Well, actually, we may be right here. So there's actually nothing here. So when we get to the log, so when we have right or straight, we want to go right. Alright, let's see. Let's go right. I hear something. Nothing that will help us, though. Alright, so fallen log, right or left, we actually want to turn around and go the way we can. Alright. Now we can go, we want to go straight. That's just going to take us to the shoe, but let's go ahead and do it anyways. See if we see any birds there. No birds. Anything over here? Nothing over here. Alright. Now, we turned around. We want to go to the right. Alright. Now, if we go left, that will be going back home, so we want to go straight and go around. See what we can find. Maybe we'll be able to find... What is here? Okay, that goes out there. Let's first go back around here. Another thing we could do is we could check out the graveyard at night. See if maybe there's something about those dogs being there. Okay, so no birds here. We'll just head back around. Alright, now I believe we want to go left, yes. Alright, so now we're at the log. If we go straight, that's going to lead to nothing, so we'll go left. Alright. There is the ribbon. Right leads to nothing. We could check it out, but it's not going to be anything. Alright, now we go straight and around. Whoops. Alright, so right will go around to those. So we'll just check it out in case there might be birds, but I'm not expecting anything. What does that sound? Oh, well, I mean, graveyard works. Or the cemetery works. That was where I was wanting to check out anyways. Let's see. The claw marks. Anything in here? There's nothing we can click on here. Anything about the dog's tombstones at night? Doesn't look like it. Nothing over here. Okay. So maybe nothing at the graveyard. So we want to follow it around. When we get a chance, we'll go right. Alright. Just follow it around. Then we'll go right. So we went right. Now we have a choice of right or left, so we're going to go right again. It should dead end, but we might find a bird. All right, no such luck. All right, so now straight or right. I think we're here. So we're going to go right and see if we get to the yellow ribbon. Yes. All right, so at the yellow ribbon, we take a right. There's an owl. Was that one we needed? I don't think so. I mean, I could look, but I don't think so. I don't know what that sound is. All right, so at the log, what do we want to do? We are facing log where we can go straight or right. So that means we're coming at it from this direction. We want to go straight. All right, the fallen tree. We want to go left. I'm hearing all kinds of sounds. And then we just want to follow that around. And then we're going to go talk to Red Knott because, I mean, we got one of his pictures. It's not enough, but maybe he can give us some tips on where to find some more, right? So let's go talk to him. We've tried day and night. The cardinal does not want to cooperate.
You find all the birds?
I found some of them, but no matter how quiet, yeah. What am I doing wrong? Finding those birds is harder than I thought.
I found some birds, but no matter how quiet I am, I've been scaring other birds away before I can take their picture. What am I doing wrong?
You're wearing those clothes. That's what you're doing wrong. You need to blend in, like me. Go back over to M's tacky tourist trap and get yourself some camouflage gear. Only sensible thing that money grubber carries.
Okay. Also, we're having trouble finding some birds. Let's get some tips.
I'm sorry, but finding those birds is harder than I thought it would be. Can you give me any tips?
You gotta look for them. This isn't gonna be any Sunday picnic, you know? And try early in the morning. That's when most of them are singing.
Okay.
See you in a while.
Yeah.
All right. We'll try. Let's head down. So we got to sleep until the AM and go back to M's Emporium. And then maybe sleep again to the AM. That would be my guess. So that we can get early in the morning. All right. Well, let's go ahead and head to M's Emporium and get us some camouflage. Or at least try. Off we go. Hopefully we can find these birds because they are not easy to find, for sure.
Howdy,
Hello.
Nancy.
Here we
To make
go.
a long story short, I need some camouflage gear.
Straight to the
Some
point.
right over here. One size fits all. But I'm running kind of low on bait. So if you go out and get me, say a dozen little critters, I'll give you the camos.
Okay, a dozen little critters. All right, what
You
kind?
got a deal. So, what kind of bait do you need?
Worms, spiders, beetles, grubs. Anything that wriggles on its belly will do. Just look under stuff. Rocks, logs, dead leaves. Should be able to find 12 in no time.
Do I need some kind of permit? Hunting for critters isn't illegal.
Do I need some kind of permit?
Things ain't quite that bad around here. At least not yet. Now, if Jeff Akers' daddy was still around, you might get arrested for cruelty to animals or some such nonsense. Joe Akers used to be the deputy sheriff. Real critter lover, that one was.
Okay. Joe Akers is Jeff's father?
Joe Akers is Jeff's father?
That's right.
Okay.
Guess
Here we
I'll
go.
see you later.
Yodelay-hee-hoo.
All right. Well, let's go hunting bait. We're doing lots of side quests. All right. So I guess we'll go back to our place and look for them. Because, or back to Sally's house and look for them. Because that's where I think we'll find the easiest way to find them. I guess we'll put them in this box, right? Yeah, we're gonna end up putting them in this box. Okay. Well, I know one place we can look under. By the shed, or right here under the tarp. Can we find?
Those look too rotten.
Can we use? I guess we can't use our box, so that doesn't really necessarily help then. All right, lower that back down. Well, I guess let's go looking. Can we look under? I wonder if we have to go out here and look for them. Like, there's a rock there. Can we look under here? Okay, we got a beetle. Alright. It's gonna be the red bird, and we're just gonna scare it away. Where is the chirping? Interesting. I think we're just scaring all the birds away with our non-camo clothes. Look under this one. Ooh, there's all kinds of worms. Okay, we got worm. Alright. So we're going on a nature walk, guys. We're trying to find all kinds of bugs. Anything over here? Alright. Can we find any? Alright, we got a beetle. Push that back down. And look around. Alright. There's a rock here. Did we already look under this? I think we already did. Alright, we should probably do this in a semi-organized fashion. I'm going to end up looking under the exact same rocks constantly. Nothing under the shoe, I assume. Alright. All the birds. I think we already got this one. Let's check and see what... There was another one, like, right here. Alright, so we got another one. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think? I thought we had 5. Maybe there's one hidden. I don't know. We're getting there. Let's keep looking. I think there's another rock right there, right? Let's head over and check this one. Have we already looked under that? We did. Okay. Alright. Let's keep going. We're keeping our eyes peeled for anything we can flip over, right? This is the log. Let's head on around this way. Okay, so this is just a dead end here. We also should look on the map. So the log... We just went right here. So if we go around to the right, we'll be a new area of the map. Alright, let's go back towards the cemetery and see what we can find. Alright. So we're in the cemetery. What's this? Here's a rock. Flip it over. Is there any bug? There's no bug under here, really? No bug under here? Shocker. Alright. Alright, what else can we find over here? Any other rocks? Let's see. Can we do anything? Like, is there gonna be any bugs around the tombstone? Probably not. I'm guessing nothing we do here. Okay. So I think we're pretty much, unless there's any rocks off to the side, I think we're done here. Alright. So let's just head back. Okay, so anytime we have a choice, I want to check the map and see. So right here at the tree stump, we could go around here and make sure we haven't missed any. Yeah, let's go around to the right. Make sure we haven't missed any rocks. Oh.
Missed it.
Oh, okay. We're gonna need to get, at least we know where one of them is, so that's nice. Alright, so we'll go around this way. That sounds like a whippoorwill. Alright, so let's go straight and so we can check these areas for rocks. You got that one. I don't know what that's what kind of bird that is, but we got it. And we got a rock while we're at it. But no bugs, sadly. Alright. Head on around this way. Any bugs? Nope. Okay, so now... Oh, that was the orange bird. Oh, okay, yeah, it's showing us now. We're marking it off. That's cool. We're adding to the map. So now we'll be able to find the yellow bird. Alright, so we can go straight into the right, I assume? No, we can go straight into the left. Oh wait, maybe we got... Oh yeah, straight into the left. Yeah, so we want to go to the left. Looking at the map upside down, being confusing. Okay, so we're at the ribbon. Did we already check over there? Let's just give it a quick peek and make sure. Alright, I don't see it. Alright, so now we're coming from the opposite direction. We want to go left. Alright. Now we're at the log. Where do we want to head from the log? We'll check over here to the left. I don't think there'll be anything there, but we'll look. There is not. Alright, so now I think we just want to go straight across. I'm not sure if we already checked around here, but we'll go check again because we're going systematically this time. Alright, so let's go around this way. There's a rock. Did we check under it? There's no bugs. Alright. I think we may have checked all these. But from the other direction. Yeah, okay, so this is right in front of our house then. So we checked all of these. We could go back up around the red bird, right? So let's go over this way. We want to go straight and then around. See if we see any rocks. And that one won't stay. That's one that will run away. Oop, turn back around. Yeah, okay, so nothing over here. So, oops, did I look at that rock? Yeah, I think I did. Okay, so I think we'll have to look just around the property, perhaps. Not necessarily out here. So, let's head back out. And then I believe we want to go, let's see, we're at the fallen tree. And we can go left or straight. We want to go straight. Okay, I'm glad I looked because I totally would have gone the wrong way. Alright, and then here, this one is the one where we go out here. Okay, so now we'll just look around the property, see if there is anything else that we can look under. Like there's all these stones. Can we do anything with that? There's a bird here. Where is there a bird? I hear a bird. Where is the bird? I don't see a bird. I don't know where the bird is. Alright. Anything over here? Is there something over there? I don't know. It makes it seem like there's a bird over there, but I sure don't see one. Unless, like, it's hidden in the trees or something. Yeah, that's just the tarp. Alright, well, let's head on this way. What else can we find? It looks like there's more stuff we could potentially turn over. If it lets us. It doesn't appear like it's gonna let us look. Maybe we can find something up here. Nothing in his seat. How are we gonna find more bait? We're not having much luck with that at all. Like, I can't look at this little rock. Or this one. Yeah, I can't, like, look at all the little rocks on the property. What about... Can we go over this way? Anything? Cannot go that way. Well... Maybe by the shed? Perhaps? Anything in here? I don't see anything. Anything in here that we can use? Don't think so. We don't have near enough stuff. There's spider webs here. Can we use the spiders? It said spiders would work, right? But how would we get them? Do we, like... It needs to be live bait, so I don't think killing them is gonna work. What about, can we do anything with the pump? Get any bugs out there? Probably not. They got the bucket there, though. But nothing we can do with that. Let's see. Well, why don't we call... why don't we give Bess a call? Or Sally a call, too. She might have some ideas. So let's give Sally a call. 215-555-5389. See if she answers. Give her an update. Because we haven't seen the ghost dog since that
Sally,
first night.
It's Nancy.
Nancy, hi. How's it going?
Talk to you later.
Thanks again, Nancy.
Alright, so we have nothing to say to her. Let's try calling Bess. 523. Because we have talked to the Hardy Boy since we talked to her. She may want an update. Let's see. And we could always go back to M's Emporium.
Hello?
Bess, it's Nancy.
I know that. What's going on?
Alright, so... Here we go.
Get this. It turns out that Jeff Akers will be one happy park ranger if Sally sells her Moon Lake property back to the bank, and they wind up selling it to the Parks Department.
You think he might be responsible for all this ghost dog stuff?
He has a motive and he has a dog, although it doesn't look at all like the dogs that have been scaring Sally.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
It shows he knows something about dogs. Better pull out your suspect list and pencil him in, Nan. I still say you guys should lighten up on him.
Alright.
Bye, you guys.
See ya. Bye.
All right. Do we call the Hardy Boys now? Let's get, maybe they know about bugs. Let's see. See what they have to say. Maybe they'll give us some new information.
Hello?
Hi, Frank.
Hey, Nancy. Hey, Joe. Pick up the phone. Joe's in the kitchen. Worked up a real appetite watching me vacuum out the car. Hello?
Hi, Joe. It's Nancy. What are you eating?
Sandwich. Either roast beef or really old turkey. So, don't care. So
Yeah,
how's
sounds
life
like a
as dog
typical
catcher?
guy. Let's see. I seem to be getting nowhere
I
fast.
seem to be getting nowhere
Oh, whoops,
fast.
that was a
Anybody
tip.
have any suggestions?
No
I didn't
sleeping
mean
in
to
for
do
you
that.
until you get those bird pictures taken.
All right.
Later,
I didn't mean
guys.
to
You
do
bet.
that.
Bye, Nancy.
Because we already know we have to take bird pictures. It's more of like, where can we find the bugs? That's what I want to know. Let's go back to Ems and ask her. Maybe she has some tips on how to find bugs, because we sure have not gotten very many bugs at all. There could be some bugs at her place too, possibly. Doubtful, but you never know. It's worth a check anyways. It's worth looking at. And worst case, there's nothing here. Yeah, I don't see any rocks. So let's talk to her.
Hey there, Nancy. Got that bait yet?
Not yet.
Sooner you get 'em, the better.
Guess I'll see you later.
I guess you will.
Alright, so we're not going to get any luck until we get the bait. Do we literally just have to go flip all the rocks and hope there's a rock under it? Maybe we try at night. Maybe there's more bugs out at night. Let's give that a try and see. Because we went through the map and flipped every single rock, I believe. I don't think they all had things under it, but let's see if we have any better luck at night. Sleep to the PM. We can also ask Red if he has any suggestions for catching bait. Let's do that first before we go head to the...
I'd better wait until daylight.
Until we head to the forest. Hey, Dapper Cat. Welcome in. My wife has the same headset. Yeah, I love my headset. I don't know why. I love pink and I love cats, so there you go. It's a good combination. How's it going?
How's the bird watching coming along?
See you in
Okay,
a while.
so nobody's gonna give me
Down a notch.
any
Remember.
tips whatsoever. Cats are kind of cool. Yep, I agree. It's going well, going swell. Well, that is awesome. Hopefully I can find some bugs here because otherwise I don't know what else to do. Everyone says get bugs, so we're gonna have to find some bugs. Let's turn around this way. There's the path. And we'll keep an eye out for any rocks. Head... I guess we'll head this way. Look under. Any bugs? No bugs. Alright. Let's just head around. Come on. I just need some more bugs. Hopefully not too many. Alright, we're at the fallen tree. Let's go straight. We're gonna make sure to do it extra systematically so we don't miss any potential rock places. And still seeing no bugs. Come on, where are all your friends? You'll need to come on out. It's nighttime. Isn't this when the bugs want to come out and play? Alright, so no bugs over here. We're at the fallen tree again from this direction. So this time we want to go left. Whoop. Whoops, we want to go this direction. Alright, so we are looking at let's see. Oh, wait, was that the log? Okay. The fallen tree. This is the fallen tree. That's the log. Whoops. Okay, so the log we want to go, we'll go straight, and it should be a dead end. I don't see any rocks there though. Alright, go this way. And let's just, okay, we're at the yellow ribbon. Anything over here? We'll go to the right and just check it out. No rocks. Alright, so now we'll go straight. And we're keeping an eye out. Ooh, I hear the dogs. So we could go to the right. There's a rock. No bugs. Alright. And then that's a dead end. Alright, so left would be a dead end as well, right? So let's see. Left is dead end as well, yes. Alright, so we'll go this way. Alright, so let's see. We should be rounding this corner, I think. Alright, so left or straight? Let's try going straight. And we got right or straight now. I think that is right, and straight would be this way. Let's try going straight. And no rocks. Left. So we can go right or left here. Right is a dead end, left goes to the cemetery. So let's go right. Alright. Now we go straight. Alright. Let's check this rock again, because there wasn't anything under it before. Aha! Alright. That's some bugs. Alright, how many we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, man. Are we really only halfway there? I don't think there's anything we can do here. Let's go ahead. Okay, so straight. Let's see. Straight. What were our directions? Straight or to the right? Straight or to the right? Can we go to the left too? No, just straight or to the right? I'm not sure. Oh, I think maybe we're here. Straight and to the right. So we'll go to the right. And then left, I think, right? Left. You hear the dogs in the distance. Alright, so straight or to the right. We want to go to the right. It should be yellow ribbon coming up. There's yellow ribbon. Alright, so we haven't explored this half of the map, so we want to go to the right until the next intersection and see what we can find. Hey, Toad, welcome in. How's it going? We do be bug hunting right now. We're going to go left to start with. Should be a dead end, and I can see if there's any rocks. I see nothing. So now we're going to go over here. This is the fallen tree, so we're going to go left and go back around to the other side of the house. Finishing up the second computer, then need to pack. Sounds like loads of fun. Packing is definitely always my favorite part, and I am 100% lying. Alright, anything under these? I see nothing. Alright, there is a rock here. Ah, okay, we got a little glowwormy. I knew coming out here at night would be a good idea. Alright, let's turn back around. And check. Okay, so now we have another right left. So that should be right. Wait. Which way are we? Are we here? If so, left should lead us to the shoe. Organizing the car for everything, that is hard. I'm a guy, packing is easy. I guess so. Yeah, there's the shoe. And then this should be nothing. Alright, so from the shoe we want to go what? Right? And around? Alright, now we want to go straight. I am directionally challenged, so reading a map is difficult. Alright. But we're managing to do it. I'll be living in my bathing suit for the weekend, so I don't need much for then. Just real clothing after Sunday. I mean, that's fair. We're back at the log. Okay, so we want to go... How do we get all the way back over here? Oh, wait. Are we at this log? Maybe we're at this log. If we go left, is that the stone pillar? It is. Okay. Too bad we can't get to that rock and look. Alright. Back over this way. There's some more rocks over here. Let's see. Can we look under them? No bugs. Sad. What about this one? Still no bugs. Goodness. Alright. I think... Where were we? We were... Okay, so this is the log. We want to turn around. And now, if we go right, either way is a dead end, so let's just go to the right, look for rocks. Nothing. Let's keep going, go straight across to the other dead end. Nothing. I hope we have enough bugs. I feel like we're missing some. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She said like 12, didn't she? How are we gonna get 4 more? I don't even know. Alright. So we're at the log. Going back around. Because we've been checking under all the rocks and just... I don't know, unless we missed some during the day, possibly? Maybe. Alright. Well. I think what we'll do is we will sleep until day, and then we'll go back to Im's Emporium, see if we have enough bugs. I don't think we do. But if we don't, then we will come back next time, and we will do a scour during the day of the map. Because when we first started looking for bugs, it was kind of haphazard, you know? So it's entirely possible that we just like... And I'm also looking to see if there's anything else I can pick bugs from. We just kind of haphazardly started going, and we may have missed some rocks during the daytime. So I'm kind of suspecting that we don't have all the bugs, because I think we're going to need like 5 more. But we'll see. Maybe she said a half dozen.
Howdy, Nancy.
Guess
Okay.
I'll see you later.
We can't...
Always a pleasure.
Can we, like, take her bugs? Let's see. I wonder. That would be funny if you could.
Ew.
Nope. Can't take her bugs. That would be funny, though. Alright. Well, alright, let's head back. We know what we're gonna have to do for next time, so... It is a really pretty lake, though, so can't complain too much. Alright, so... Let's, where is the path? It's up this way. Alright, so when we start next time, we'll know what we have to do. We need to go systematically. We have gotten... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 types of bugs. So I think we need a full dozen, and plus there's areas over here that aren't filled up. So I feel like we did a pretty thorough search in the nighttime. We're gonna have to go back through the map because I'm not convinced we fully explored this area. But we'll see. Plus, we might locate some more birds, because at least one of those birds we haven't taken a picture of. I'm not sure which one. And then, of course, we still have the red bird. So there's still a lot to explore, I think. And we will do that in our next episode. So if you like this kind of content, please make sure to like, subscribe, follow, share, all that good stuff. If you want to watch live, we're on Twitch at twitch.tv/Liara27. I have my schedule posted in the about and in the description. And if you want to see which games we're playing each day, I post them on x.com/Liara27. And I hope you join me in the next one. Until then, guys, bye. Alright, let's go ahead and give it a save. Save. We could probably give it a new name. Bird picture time. Because first we gotta get all of the bait. And then we'll be good. Alright, let's go ahead and exit this. And we're gonna swap over to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles for our second game. And we'll take just a second to get all of this set up. So that wasn't too bad. We got we got 2 out of the 5 or 6 total birds that we need. We know where another one, we know where 2 more are. We just got to get the camouflage. So it could definitely be worse. All right, so let's get our sound updated and get our descriptions. Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. All right, and let's see. We'll go ahead and get the rest of the description set up, and then we'll be good to go. How's everyone doing? I hope y'all are doing well. It's gonna be interesting with the I'll have to see how the new computer works and have like a semi-permanent place to set things up instead of my mobile command station, as it were. All right, let's see. All right, that should be good. All right. There we go. All right, since we're running just a couple minutes late, let's go ahead and let's see. Well, let's go ahead and start our intro, and then we will hop into the game. So, here we go. Greetings, friends, and welcome to Enigma Night Gaming. My name is Liara, and I will be your guide in today's adventure. Today, we're playing the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles, and in today's episode, well, we now get to examine the crime scene unimpeded. So, we're going to do that. We're going to interview Gerdub, and we're going to see what clues we can uncover. So, without further ado, let's hop in and get started. Alright, so we will go ahead and load it up. Kind of like trying to time it for when the ad gets done. I figured the intro didn't really matter for the ad, but I don't really want to start the game with the ad right at the beginning. So pardon me if I hold just a moment. I think it's almost done. 25 seconds. You guys don't mind waiting 25 seconds, do you? Should be fine. I'm just gonna take a sip of coffee. It's a strategically timed sip of coffee. Don't mind me. Alright. We're just about done, just about done. My eyes are on the progress bar. And here we go. Alright, so we get to examine the crime scene in detail now. Let's make sure to do so.
Oh, the poor man, so young to die. Do you suppose it was a very painful death, being poisoned as he was?
I don't know. All we can do now is hope he'll be reborn to a better life.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I wonder. Do you think that putting our hands together in a Japanese prayer will help a British soul?
Sorry?
I made sure I had a reference at the ready for just such an occasion as this, actually. This book is entitled The Beginner's Guide to Praying for the Departed, the British Way.
There's a book. Okay.
I'll just reread it now. One moment.
There's quite a spite on that book, isn't there? Yeah, she's gonna be busy a while? Alright. Let's check the cup.
Ah, one of the teacups that Mr. Shamspeare and his guests drank from last night.
Yeah, you gotta love that name, Shamspeare.
But don't go drinking from them, Mr. Naruhodo. There's bitter poison inside.
I'm not planning on drinking any, don't worry. Anyway, the cups are both empty.
That's true. So one was Mr. Shamspeare's, and the other must be the cup that Mr. Natsumi was drinking from.
But Sasaki-san wasn't poisoned, of course. Perhaps we should take these so we can examine them in more detail later. Alright, so we got the pair of teacups. Let's see, the one with the green line around the rim was Mr. Natsumi's. Alright, what is this?
What's this?
My question exactly. It looks like a part of an envelope. Oh yeah, I can see that now.
Yes, I think you may be right. Perhaps it was torn off when the letter was opened.
Is that significant?
Well, it's a little out of place, perhaps, when you look around the room. There's no sign of a letter, or the rest of the envelope, in fact, is there?
She's right. I wonder if Sasaki has it, or maybe whoever did the poisoning.
And yet, here we have the torn off end of an envelope. It just strikes me as unusual.
I agree. We better take this just in case. Alright, the rest of the envelope could not be located. What else do we got? Okay, let's look at this stuff. Look at these extravagant, bright costumes. Somehow, they look out of place in this room with its grim, shady goings-on.
This one looks like a king's attire.
A king? I've always dreamt of being a king.
Oh, I think you'd be more suited to a feudal lord, a daimyo or such like.
With, I don't even know what this is, a Chan Mage top knot? Every Japanese man wishes he had a Chan Mage?
Oh, you'd look wonderful with one, and you already have the sword.
Can you imagine what would happen if I walked around the streets of London with a Chan Mage and a sword? Oh boy. What's on the shelf?
There's not much on these shelves, is there? Just this wine glass and bottle.
Oops.
And both of them are cracked.
Yes, not much use, are they? I wonder... What's the matter?
Oh, I was just reminded of the Reaper, that's all.
Prosecutor Lord Van Zeeks?
Yes, he's so reckless with his wine glasses. I was thinking it's a waste that he should donate them, and that he should donate them to the needy.
I mean, yeah, he do be wasting like an entire set each trial. You could suggest it the next time we meet. I'm sure that's gonna go over well. Can't look at the hat. There's the wall with its lovely view of the bricks.
As we've seen from the outside, the window is completely bricked up. A vestige of the former window tax that Britons had to pay.
What strange things they used to tax in Great Britain. I mean, making people pay for the number of windows they had in a property, it's extraordinary. Window tax.
It's heartbreaking to think of the poor having to block up their windows just to avoid an unaffordable tax.
Oh. What is it, Mr. Sato?
If you look closely, a number of the bricks are loose.
Oh yeah, they are. Can we push them? Oh, wait, what? Oh yeah, it looks as though an amateur has broken out a few of them just here. Why is there blocks of soap here? Was it Mr. Shamspeare who did it, I wonder, being the lodger renting this room?
Ah, look at this, Mr. Naruhodo. On the outside, there's a little ledge. And there's something on it.
What, outside? Yeah, let's check that out.
Brr, it's so cold outside. You can feel it through this gap.
It did snow all last night. It would be cold. Yeah, it's like February right now in this game.
But
More importantly, what is on the ledge out there? What are those snow-covered lumps?
it's more bars of soap.
Soap? What are bars of soap doing lined up on a ledge outside the window? Was he making soap?
I have no idea. But the pair of them look rather charming like that.
Still, that's very strange, isn't it? Bars of soap lined up outside the window? I think perhaps we should take one. There are two after all.
Oh dear, I suppose we could. Oh, what's this? Look here at this soap.
Ah.
Do you see in the middle there? There's a patch that's a different color. It's sort of transparent, but...
Some sort of fancy design, I suppose? Only in Great Britain.
It looks like the Hinomaru flag of Japan, doesn't it? How wonderful! It's probably a very expensive brand.
Expensive? Then what's it doing in this ramshackle old room? Alright, a cheap bar of soap that was discovered. Okay, so we've got that in the court record. Now we're getting all kinds of stuff in the court record. Alright. What else can we explore? We got the power box. We've learned about this before. And here we have another disproportionately large machine. It looks like a meter of some kind.
Ah, this is a gas meter, I think. It seems that in this district, residents pay for gas as they use it with coins.
I see. Yes, now you've pointed it out, I can see that there's a slot just here that looks like it would take a coin. So you mean if you put a coin in here...
That's right. That would buy you about 2 hours of gas for lights and heating.
So if you were a poor person with no money, you'd have to sleep in the freezing cold?
Yes, or if you were a scatterbrain with no change, because you forgot to exchange your money at the bank.
Thank goodness there's no meter in our office. Yeah, that would be kind of a pain. Looks like you're having a good snoop around, eh? Inspector Gregson, but back so soon? After I threw that little Japanese fella in the clink, I went and reported this to the investigation division. In 5 minutes' time, this place will be cordoned off by the yard. Oh, I see. Well, we'd better be leaving then.
Oh, Mr. Natsumi must be feeling very low being back in his cell again so soon.
I'm sure. We should probably go and,
What's wrong, Mr. Naruhodo?
Yeah, that. What in the world?
Out, out, brief candle! Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player. That struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more.
So, now there's no crime.
Now, how soundeth the next part?
It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Indeed, oh happy day!
And then he collapses. Walking Dead? I mean, what in the world? Do we have a zombie here? What even? It's now the case of the zombie? The fella isn't dead at all?
What was that nonsense he was saying, though? I think, yes, it was from William Shakespeare's Macbeth. A soliloquy from Act 5, Scene 5.
Shakespeare. Oh boy. So it was that the victim, Mr. William Shakespeare, came back to life? If the man had indeed been poisoned, it transpired that it hadn't killed him. He was taken by emergency carriage to a nearby hospital for treatment, and Inspector Gregson evicted us from the scene of the crime. Whatever that now was. Okay. What even? 21st of February, Briar Road.
Whatever do you think will happen now?
Good question. What a strange situation for Mr. Natsumi. Arrested for murder, but then the victim comes back to life?
I think perhaps the victim was never dead in the first place.
At least Sato has some common sense.
It seems very likely that Mr. Shakespeare did consume poison, as we deduced. But was it an accident, attempted suicide, or attempted murder? Until the truth can be established, I imagine the police will keep Mr. Natsumi in custody.
I suppose so. Let's hope it doesn't come to anything more than a night in the cells. Oh, what's this? Uh-huh. What's that man doing over there? He looks like he's trying to see into Soseki-san's lodgings.
Is something wrong, Mr. Naruhodo?
Excuse me, could we have a word? And he's off. He just ran off. What a strange character.
I feel sure that I've seen that man somewhere before. Where was it?
I do too, but I don't remember. Well, let's look at the scene. Let's look at this bike first. It's got a weird tire. Or messed up tire.
There always seems to be a bicycle outside the Garadev residence. I read that bicycles are extremely popular over Great Britain, all over Great Britain at the moment, in fact.
That one seems very warped, though. Especially the front wheel. Is that to make it more of a challenge to ride, do you think?
No, I'm afraid that may be a result of the rider's incompetence. For the front wheel to be so badly warped, I'm afraid the rider may have been similarly afflicted.
Then there's a good chance Mr. Natsumi has been practicing on this bicycle, I think.
Oh dear, I fear you may be right.
Alright, there's the soap bar. With the exception of the top floor where Mr. and Mrs. Garadab live, all the windows are bricked up.
Yes, that's because of an old window tax that was charged on the number of windows a property had. In order to pay less tax, the poorer members of society filled in many of their windows.
Well, the tax has since been abolished, hasn't it? So the windows could be all opened up again, surely?
Unfortunately, it would appear that the residents of this district can't afford to have the work done.
Yes, that is a sad state of affairs.
Especially for people like poor Mr. Natsumi, who have to live all cooped up in a windowless room.
I suppose that's the price you pay for living in a very cheap accommodation.
It all seems rather pointless when you put it like that.
But I guess we can't look at the actual soap there. Well, is there anything else to look at? There's a bicycle tire there. Oh, maybe that's from the carriage. That's the snowman, right? Why has somebody built this snowman on some sort of pedestal, do you think?
That's not a pedestal, Mr. Naruhodo. That's part of the snowman's body.
Really? But it already has a perfectly good body.
Well, it's true that British snowmen are usually made with 2 balls of snow. Perhaps this is a foreigner.
And now we're looking at him as if he's strange. Poor man, I know how he feels.
If anything, it's Japanese and British 2-ball snowmen that are the strange ones, isn't it? After all, real people do have 3 sections: head, torso, and legs.
Do you ever think that perhaps you think about things too much? I mean, maybe a little. Alright, is there anything else we can look at over here? Let's see. I think that might be about it. We might just have to go investigate. I don't know if we can get in, though. That's the thing. What's down there? London's blanketed in fog again today, and the sky is covered in cloud. But if you look carefully in the distance, you can just make out the Crystal Tower being built.
Ah, the Crystal Tower, yes. The centerpiece of the great exhibition that's to open in 6 months' time.
Everyone's talking about the Great Exhibition of London at the moment, it seems. Is that going to be the conclusion of this game, a case involving the exhibition? It makes me wonder.
Well, it's to be the largest event of its kind anywhere in the world, with technology and scientists from all over. I can't wait for it myself.
Do you think visiting students from the Far East like us will be granted entry?
The last great exhibition that was held in London had more than 6 million visitors, it seems. And this time, the British are determined to make it an even bigger success to outdo the Paris Exposition.
I see. That's an incredible number of people.
And with
So many people expected to attend, we should easily be able to slip in unnoticed.
there's always the honest approach of buying tickets at the main entrance, Mr. Naruto.
I mean, yeah, there is that. Alright, can we go in? The Garadab household and Mr. Natsumi's lodgings are in a prominent position there on the corner. Sometimes, when I look at the building, I can't help feeling that it's at a bit of a slant.
It does rather look as if it would collapse in even the smallest earthquake, doesn't it?
And isn't it supposed to be haunted as well? I think I might have a hunch as to why Saseki-san has such a hunched back. Alright, can we look at the court record too? We got some new items added. Let's see. This was submitted in as evidence. So we've got your books, bourbon books, Mr. Natsumi's lodgings. Okay. Let's look at these. This one has stuff on the inside. This must be the cup that Mr. Shamsphere was drinking from then. It's stained on the inside.
Tea does that, I'm afraid. Even green tea.
Oh, really? I've never noticed before.
You've never noticed?
Well, I never leave it in the cup long enough to leave a mark. I like to gulp it down. Drink tea while it's hot. That's the Japanese way, isn't it?
Oh dear. So many people seem to have the wrong idea about our culture, and most of them are Japanese.
Alright, the inside of his has no stain.
And this is the teacup from which Mr. Natsumi was drinking.
Yes, unlike the other one, the inside of this cup is completely clean.
I suppose he must have drunk the contents before the tea had a chance to leave a mark.
I always gulp it down too.
Sorry, Mr. Naruhodo?
Well, if you just sip it little by little, it goes cold.
Clearly, I shall have to instruct you in the proper way to take tea.
Alright, there's no tea ring on the inside of Mr. Natsumi's cup. Alright, anything else we can notice about them? I think that's okay for now. Let's look at this. Anything we can examine about it? This side, there's like white right here, right? Whoever opened this envelope didn't bother with a letter opener or scissors, did they?
Yes, whoever opened it was clearly someone with an unrefined temperament. And judging from the angle of the rip here, the person in question must have been right-handed.
Mrs. Otto, I think perhaps someone's been reading too much of The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes.
You can never read too much of it, Mr. Naruhodo. Never!
Alright, is there anything else we can examine? I think that might be it. Alright, now let's take a look at this bar of soap. So let's look at this. Oh.
What is it, Mr. Naruhodo?
This bar of soap, when we first found it, I could have sworn there was some sort of round disc in this depression here. A reddish one.
Yes, you're right. I remember it too. But now the depression is completely empty.
Where could the disc have gone? Alright, so the cheap bar that was discovered, the little reddish medallion from the center has mysteriously vanished. Interesting. Alright, and we still can't investigate that. So maybe, can we go talk to him? We've got prison. Let's go talk to Mr. Garrideb, though. "21st of February, the Garrideb's room." Here we are again. The eccentric landlord's eccentric top floor abode.
We're here because Mr. Garrideb's the one who discovered the incident this morning, don't forget.
Ah, you chaps, eh? Yes, good morning, sir. Thank you for your cooperation in court yesterday. It was quite a trial. As much for Mr. Garrideb as anyone, really. Came straight back here after all that business at the Bailey yesterday. Didn't expect to wake up to more bally nonsense this morning.
I wonder if you wouldn't mind telling us exactly what happened, Mr. Garrideb.
Yes, I suppose you'd like to know all about that dead loss of an actor chap on the ground floor room? Those were exactly Inspector Gregson's words, weren't they? Let's see what he has to say. Alright. It must have been a real shock for you this morning. I hear you discovered what had happened. Ah, well, that hopeless actor chap rises at 5 o'clock sharp every morning without fail. But at 5:30 this morning, he still hadn't lit the gas. So I went down and knocked on his door, but no bally answer.
And that's when you broke into his room? By kicking down the door?
Well, I called on that rum-licking Japanese chap to do the grunt work, of course. Wasn't it a little premature to kick the door down? The man could have just overslept by half an hour.
That's very true, Mr. Naruhodo. If 30 minutes oversleeping warranted such behavior, I'd have to kick your door down every morning.
Well, you know, better to be safe than sorry and all that. He's starting to sweat, get nervous. Is it just me, or is he avoiding our gaze now all of a sudden? Exactly, I noticed that too. He's hiding something.
Except that it was a sorry situation indeed that you found on the far side of the door.
Alright, tell us about Mr. Shamspear. The victim's name is Mr. Shamspear, I believe. Is that right? Yes, William Shamspear took the ground floor room 3 months ago now.
And how would you describe him?
In a word, destitute.
Destitute?
Well, let's face it, the only redeeming feature of that room is the cheap rent. Anyone wanting to live in a place like that is either broke or has a bally screw loose. So hard to choose which category Sasaki-san would fall into.
Mr. Naruhodo, that's a little rude.
He was doing research as well. Research into what? Shakespeare, of course. Shakespeare. Read a few plays of the old bard myself, you know. Romeo and Hamlet and all that. I don't think that's the name of it.
Yes, William Shakespeare is England's most highly regarded classical playwright and author. He's known as Sal in Japanese, as you know, and many of his works have already been translated.
It seems incredible that Shakespeare was shortened to Sal, though. Someone was a little too heavy-handed there. There were a lot of costumes in the victim's room, actually, weren't there?
Of course, Mr. Natsumi is a scholar of English literature as well. I imagine he and Mr. Shamspear would have had much in common.
But he said that he didn't. Shakespeare interpretation disagreement leads to shocking murder. Let's hope it's not that.
Mr. Naruhodo, really, how rude.
Alright, yesterday's events. After Mr. Natsumi's trial yesterday, you came straight back here, I believe, didn't you? Did you notice anything strange between then and this morning? Well, now, must have been about 6 in the evening by the time I got home. Snow was coming down rather heavily, as I remember, and it was completely dark already. That failed actor chap was out at the time. Mr. Garridem noticed there was no light from his room or something, I suppose. Couldn't summon the energy for anything much, so I just sat in front of the fire up here. It was after 8 before Shamspear got back, and the chap was up until past 1 in the morning, I'll have you know. Suppose he met his end sometime after that. I was asleep by then, so I'm rather in the dark there. Well, thank you. That was very illuminating. Is everything all right, Mrs. Sato?
Well, I was just thinking it's a little strange, that's all. Mr. Garridem, you were up here in your room all evening, if I've understood correctly.
Not a big fan of stairs, not with this blasted leg.
Then, how is it that you seem to know? The precise movements of your tenant on the ground floor, I mean.
Were you just caught red-handed? That's a very good point. I can't imagine that you could hear noises from the ground floor all the way up here. Does this old man like to spy on his tenants? Is that it? I say, I know what you're thinking, and it's a bally outrage. I'm ex-military, don't you know? I don't go around spying on my tenants. Why would I?
Then how did you know, Mr. Garda?
It's the gas woman. The gas tells me everything. The gas? Speaking gas? What on earth do you mean, sir? How can the gas tell you anything, let alone everything? Well, as you're probably aware, the gas is supplied to the building by pipes. Yes, I'd more or less worked that out.
Every room in the building is connected by a single pipe to the gas main outside, and the gas company supplies gas to properties via the main.
Yes, I understand that too. Let me see if I can explain. Let's say I was to light the gas lamps up here. What do you suppose would happen? The meter would turn on? Well, obviously the room would get brighter. Exactly, but at the same time, the lights in all the other rooms of the house would dim for a moment. What? They dim? Why?
Perhaps it's because when you light a gas lamp, it briefly uses more gas than usual. And that reduces the amount of gas in the pipes for the other lamps that are connected to it.
I mean, that makes sense.
That might explain why the other lamps dim momentarily, mightn't it?
Yes, of course, because everything's connected to a single supply pipe.
Is that supposed to happen, though? It sounds rather undesirable.
Jolly good point. Fact is, the gas company's pipes in these parts are pretty hopeless, long worn out, and barely got any gas in them to start with. Opposite's also true, of course. Extinguishing the lamps up here, they glow brighter in the rest of the house. Oh, right, I see. So by watching the flickering of the lamps in one room, you can determine what's happening elsewhere. You've got it?
Oh, of course, because when people come back home in the evening and before they go to sleep at night, what they're guaranteed to do is either light or put out their lamps and fires.
Clever. In point of fact, the room on the ground floor and the one above it use slightly different amounts of gas. By watching the lights in here closely, I can work out almost exactly what's going on in the whole house.
Gosh, that's fascinating, Mr. Garda. Absolutely fascinating.
Oh, well, nothing to it, really. And I can't really see that it's going to help us with the case, either. What I'd like to know is why Mr. Garda is so interested in what his tenants are up to in the first place. I feel like there's more to it than idle curiosity. Well, we've done as much investigating here as we can, I think. Perhaps we ought to go to the prison and speak with Mr. Natsumi again.
A good idea.
Alright, so let's go ahead and go to the prison. Here we go. "21st of February, local prison, cell number 9.
Look, Mr. Naruhodo. Mr. Natsumi, have the police finished questioning you now? Local student, Mr. Naruhodo, Esquire.
Oh, yes?
What is he? Tell me. Is he a ghost? Is he here to haunt me?
Let me guess. You're talking about Mr. Sholmes?
He actually calls himself a great detective, Mr. Natsumi, not a ghost. But his diabolic deductions, they're not of this world. They've left me. Cursed. I'm cursed, I tell you.
Well, that sort of hurts.
Credit where credit is due, Mr. Naruhodo. You were heavily involved in the deduction, too.
Yes, moving along, we have some wonderful news.
Oh. The victim that we all thought was dead has come back to life again.
This is not going to go the way you think it's going to go. Now, in the absolutely worst case, you can only be tried for attempted murder. That's great, isn't it, Mr. Not-So-Me?
It's terrible.
Oh,
I'm stuck in this cell, suffering for some silly wrong end of the stick. You did it, didn't you? Confess. You're a killer. Why the mustache? Constant questions.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Ugh, that's selfish, Shyster. Make up your mind. Are you dead or alive? If you were going to come back to life, why bother dying? Wickedly, wishy-washy, William.
Well, it seems likely that Mr. Shamspear was never actually dead in the first place.
Ah, yes, that might make sense. And I'm pleased he's alive, of course. Our lively debate last night was much fun. I'd be sad to think it was our last.
oh.
Oops.
Mr. Natsumi, does this mean that you did see the victim last night? You met with Mr. Shamspear, didn't you?
I'm not saying another word. I demand to have a lawyer present.
Who do you think I am? Please, Mr. Natsumi, we need to hear your side of the story.
Ugh, why am I cursed like this?
Well, time to spill the beans, sir. Can you tell us exactly what happened last night then, Mr. Natsumi?
There's nothing to tell. But, Mr. Naruhodo Esquire, I'm eternally grateful to you for helping me with that accursed case yesterday.
The case that saw poor Miss Green hospitalized after she ended up with a knife in her back.
It's hard to believe that was only yesterday. After the trial was over, I trudged my weary way back to my lowly lodgings. And that evening, at past 9, it must have been, I visited Mr. Shamspear.
So you did go to the victim's room then?
As we feared. I didn't do anything wrong. I'd never been to his room before. It was the first time.
Then what made you decide to go?
I bumped into him when I arrived back at the house. We got chatting, and it developed into a discussion. But he had to go out, so I bade him farewell.
Well, that ties in with what Mr. Garrett said, that the victim went out and came back after 8.
We met again later that evening, around 9, or just after, when I took him some nice tea I'd brewed as a gift.
So it was you who brought the tea that had clearly been drunk at the scene then?
And I suppose you were discussing the works of Shakespeare, were you? Yes, that's right. That's exactly right. Romeo and Juliet. Who was the stronger? It was a delightful debate. I'm sure. Such a stimulating subject, Shakespeare.
He's always so dramatic. And the debate became very heated, so you slipped poison into Mr. Shamspear's tea.
No, never. Not at all. Team Juliet won. That was me. And when I left his room, the flamboyant fellow was fighting fit, I swear it, categorically.
Alright, your cursed existence. Mr. Natsumi, you often say the same thing about yourself, I've noticed. That you have a cursed existence.
I'm sure I've mentioned this to you before, but I've been here in Great Britain for a year now, and in that time, I've learned that it's no place for me. It can be very trying to live in a foreign land and adapt to the ways of another culture. There are foreigners everywhere I look, and they all stare at me. They all laugh. That's the impression I get whenever I go out. It makes me scared to leave my room. Which is why I've become a recluse. But even in my room, I find no respite from my fears. I've moved more times than I can remember. And then, 1 week ago, I moved into Briar Road.
Well, why? I mean, why did you choose that place? It doesn't seem very comfortable.
Because the rent is cheap. I have so little money. It spoke to me. The rent? Obviously, there's a reason why it's cheap. Because the room is cursed.
Cursed? Cursed how?
The previous occupant, the man who lived there before I took the room, died there. Oh no! He was only a young man, but one morning he was found dead, and no one could explain why.
Surely no one would want to live in a room with a history like that.
I didn't. When the letting agent recommended the place, I wavered. But I want books, and books cost money. A horrible history is a small price to pay. When I realized it would mean I could buy more books, I signed the lease like lightning.
Brave or blinkered?
But after I moved in, I soon came to realize what I'd done. I realized how horrible that room's history really was. Gosh, was it really so awful?
Let's hear about it. Oh boy.
How did the room's horrible history affect you, Mr. Natsumi? What happened? At first, it was just a feeling. The feeling of beady eyes boring into my back, watching me.
Do you think that might have been your mind playing tricks on you?
No. My mind doesn't know any tricks. It was someone else. It's been one long nightmare ever since I was given the keys to the place.
A nightmare? You've been having bad dreams, you mean?
Oh, all the souls who died in that room, they lean over me in my sleep and try to strangle me.
That really is horrible.
And now I've come to think of it, it happened again last night too. The very same night that Mr. Shakespeare was writhing in agony from the poison in his body. I was on the verge of being suffocated silently by those miserable spirits in my room. You simply must move out of that room as soon as possible. Yes, you're right, I know it, and that's why. I'm already searching for the next room with a history to call home. I think perhaps you should try to avoid accommodation with any kind of history at all.
I almost wonder if they had like a gas leak in the house.
Otherwise, I'm scared that you yourself may become history.
Sasada said knows how to make the man listen.
Of course. Mr. Lord of the Manor is worried about the curse on my room as well.
You mean Mr. Gardev?
Yes, he knows that if people keep dying there, he'll never be able to rent it out again.
Well, that's true. I, for one, wouldn't go near the place.
Ah, perhaps. That may explain why the landlord pays so much attention to the gas lamps and the tenants' movements.
You mean because he's worried about their well-being? He does seem to have an unusually keen interest in the amount of gas in the pipes. There must be a reason why he keeps such close tabs on the occupants of his let rooms. Is it because it's a gas leak?
What do you mean he pays so much attention to the gas lamps? Oh dear, no. It's nothing to do with you, Mr. Natsumi. Please forget I said anything. Oh, now you're talking about me behind my back as well.
What's important is that Mr. Shakespeare isn't in fact dead at all. Once he's come round and he's able to tell us what happened, we'll be able to get you released.
Yes, please. Oh, I do hope you're right.
Excuse me. Inspector Gregson. I couldn't help overhearing what you just said, and on that note, I have some good news and some bad news. Which do you want first?
Always, every time, the bad news comes first. When hope is all you have, hold on to it. That's my guiding principle.
Alright, well, in that case, the good news it is.
Huh?
Sorry, but it's just a lot easier to explain everything that way.
Then why did you just ask me my preference?
As you might have heard, the victim, Mr. Shamspeare, was just unconscious. He's come around now. Yes, we saw it happen in all its terrifying glory. He's still being treated by the doctors, but we've managed to get a written statement from him already.
Oh, isn't that wonderful, Mr. Natsumi? Oh, thank goodness, it's all over then. I can leave this somber cell.
Sorry, no, that's not on the cards.
What? Why ever not, Inspector?
Mr. Shamspeare has implicated someone as being responsible for what happened last night. Implicated someone?
Oh dear. You don't mean...
I'm sorry to say I do, yes. He's pointed the finger at you, Mr. Natsumi.
Ah.
By sweet poison did he seeketh to end my life. That wicked Kate of Soseki Natsumi.
No.
So I'm afraid you'll be appeared in court as planned. You'll be wanting to make the necessary preparations.
No.
Poor Soseki-san. Oh boy. And so, once again, Soseki-san found himself having to take the dock in the Old Bailey. Whether his room was haunted, or whether he was just terribly unlucky, I knew I had no choice. The following day, I will represent him in court and do my utmost to break the curse that blighted him. Man, what an unlucky guy. How are we going to get him out of this one? We're going to have to, man, it's going to be epic. And we are, we're going to have to, like, I think the bars of soap is going to come into play. And definitely the letter. We're going to have to figure out what happened to the other part of the envelope and where the letter is and stuff, because I think that's going to be important. I'm sure it'll come into play somehow, but we will find all that out in the next episode as we pursue the trial. So if you like this kind of content, please make sure to like, subscribe, follow, share, all that good stuff. If you want to watch live, we're on Twitch at twitch.tv/Liara27. I have my schedule posted in the about and in the description, and if you want to see which games we're playing each day, I post them on x.com/Liara27. And I hope you'll join me in the next one. Until then, guys, bye. All right. Let's go ahead and give it a save. All right. Save it. All right. Now, that is going to be it for today, guys. We will be back here on Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. So we're going to be playing Portal 2 with Night Flurry, and we're also going to be playing some Shadows of Doubt. So we have that to look forward to on Thursday. We're going to be starting at 6 p.m. Central again. We are getting close to the end of our double streaming on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I will let you guys know. I will be evaluating that again. I'll be evaluating that again after this week's videos, and I can look and see where we're at. But I know we're really close, and I think we might have one more week after this. But yeah, we'll be doing Shadows of Doubt. We're almost to social ranking 12. I think we're like halfway to 11. So I'm guessing we might have 2 more episodes depending on how the cases go. And then we're going to take a break from Shadows of Doubt for a while and play some other games. And then, of course, Portal 2 is super fun. We're going to be playing that with Night Flurry. So
As far as rating, it looks like Super Beefy is going to be starting his stream soon, playing Darkwood. So we're gonna go ahead and give him a raid, and then you guys can check that out. And I hope that I will see you guys back here Thursday at 6 p.m. Central. So until then, guys.